Hi, I'm James, and this is my take on reality. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Alejandro and Nicole, Pedro's sister, from the family Chantel, a series on TLC. I'm going to call this The Blueprint for an Abuser. Now, if you get anything from watching the episodes, I would encourage you to like, share, and think about, or at least consider subscribing. Guess what, y'all? It's free. So go ahead and help a brother out. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it. Now, from the perspective of red flags and things that you should be concerned about, and things that kind of worry me about Alejandro and Nicole's relationship, the first thing that I noticed was that Alejandro is taking a considerable amount of time trying to isolate Nicole away from her family and her friends. He's spending a lot of time telling her that you can't trust your brother, you can't trust your mother, don't listen to your friends, you're spending too much time with them. I'm the only person that you should be listening to. Anytime somebody tries to isolate you from your friends and from people around you, you have to be concerned. Now, if you're surrounded, and by your own opinion, you're surrounded by a bunch of toxic people, then that's something that should be addressed by you and you alone. You should come to that decision by yourself and in your own volition. You shouldn't have to have somebody come behind you and say, oh yeah, that woman has been taking care of you your whole life. Yeah, she's not on your side. That guy that you call your brother and you talk to every day, yeah, he ain't on your team. He's a hater. Like, not everybody who looks at your situation or criticizes your situation or has some concern about your situation is a hater, or whatever people say, they jealous of you, or whatever people say. These are things that they try to utilize to turn you against the people who are closest to you. Why is that important? Because in abusive relationships, you try to take away anyone who's going to go against or countermand your programming. So an abuser is going to try to program his victim into thinking that everything that they do is not only normal, but is right. And it's all fair and everything is good and there's nothing wrong with what's happening. Hey, you fell down the steps because I pushed you. Hey, that happens between people all the time because I'm so passionate about our love. No, you're a crazy person. And if you have somebody in your life, that person might say, hey, this isn't normal. You need to really consider whether this is somebody you want to spend your time with and invest your life energy into. One of the things that I can point to that with him disregarding her opinion and not caring what she thinks is earlier in the season, she had said that she needed some time to herself. They had already broke up and she wanted to work on herself. She told him this. He decided that he was going to show up to the Dominican Republic without her knowledge and then just pop in to her workplace without her knowing about it. He walks into the office and he nastily tells her office mate, who says, wow, this is getting kind of weird. Maybe I should leave. And he looks her in the face and says, yeah, you should. That is the most inappropriate thing in the world. I cannot stand people who show up to other people's jobs, especially with personal business. Your employer is paying you to take care of their business, not take care of your own. And if you respect me and you respect my position and you respect everything that I'm trying to do for myself, at least respect my job and respect the fact that this job is helping me to take care of whatever bills I'm taking care of with that particular money. Even if it's, for Nicole, even if it's nail money, Botox money, she's paying for her plastic surgeries, whatever she's doing with that money, that's her money, and her job is paying for those things that she likes to do. She kicks him out of the office. Then he later shows up with flowers to the same office. Now, if you notice, it's a way for him to try to keep a secret from the mother. See, that's also kind of a key thing, because if you are abusive, you don't want your victim or the person that you're abusing going back and having conversations, open and honest conversations with the people around them. You want them to be conditioned to be able to keep secrets away from the people that are closest to them. So the mother, the brother, whoever, if something happens, he wants the autonomy to be able to do whatever it is he's going to do to her. And then she never goes back or feels compelled to go back and tell her friends or her family and share that part of her life. Everything gets compartmentalized, which is very important. One of the funniest things in this last episode is that Alejandro made it a point to say, see, your mom, she doesn't listen to you. She doesn't care what you think. She's against you. See, this is why I'm just trying to love you, girl, because I love you so much. And your brother doesn't care what you think either. You got to grow up and have your own opinion. The funny thing is, when she was demonstrating that she had her own opinion and she had her own mindset on how things should work between her and Alejandro in their relationship, he completely disregarded it. Why? Because her opinion isn't important to him. It's all about what he wants. One of the things that she should also look at concerning her relationship with Alejandro, which would be a red flag, not necessarily a blueprint for abuse, but one of the things that she should look at as far as somebody that you plan on dating is Alejandro had been married before. That's how he got to America. So he got married to his first wife, and she got him to America under the K-1 visa. Once he was in America, he met a woman who was his second wife, and that relationship overlapped each other. Then he divorced his first wife, married his second wife, and then he met Nicole. And then he said, oh, I divorced my second wife and I'm with you. But it's very ambiguous whether he actually divorced his wife before he met and started dating Nicole, or whether he divorced his wife after he met and started dating Nicole. Because if you recall, there was a big thing, brouhaha, between the mom and Pedro, where they were saying that Alejandro was still married. And that was supposed to be the reason why they were so upset. And Nicole thought that that's why the mother didn't like Alejandro. See, he has his papers. Yay! And the mother got pissed and said, no, it's not about the papers. It's how he treats you. The fact that he doesn't want you on social media. The fact that he doesn't want you talking to your friends. The fact that he's trying to cut you off from me. See, Mom Dukes, you know, for all the faults that Pedro's mother has, and there's, you know, we could do video after video about all the faults that she has. The one thing that I will say about her, and I've always said about her, is that she strikes me as a type of woman who's been around. She's street smart. And I even said that when Chantel's mom was down there kind of threatening her, saying that she wanted to fight her. It's like, nah, you don't want to fight that one. That ain't the one you want to fight. That's an L right there. That's an L waiting to happen, because that girl, that woman looked like she been through it. She looked like she out there fighting men. So Chantel's mama don't want no pieces of that, because she looks like the type of woman who is familiar with how people react and maybe even some of the seedier dark sides of people. Alejandro strikes a chord with her because she sees Alejandro for what he is. And she's very nervous, especially when it comes to her daughter. All right, that's my take. I'm James. Again, if you guys like the content, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life right like I